Hello class, I'm going to try to get through this problem on homework number 10, which is E-2. This is a similar, it's an algorithmic problem, so my numbers will be different than your numbers, but you should learn the process to getting through this problem really quickly. So the problem says Philip Malone and Associates provided the following information regarding its inventory for the current year, its second year of operations. Philip Malone Associates has computed its ending inventory and cost of goods sold under the moving average, FIFO, and LIFO cost methods. So it's asking us in this first part to create a partial income statement. So if we're thinking about a partial income statement, we look at this, we have some purchases and some sales, and we have, it tells us right here, units sold at $37 a piece and units sold at $48 a piece. So let's go ahead and use that information to determine what our sales revenues are first. That's going to be the first line on our partial income statement. So we have equals, we have 53,500 units sold at $37 a piece. And we have 24,000 units sold at $48 a piece. And if we add that together, we end up with $3,131,500 for our sales revenue. 31,500, and that should be the same for every single method because the sales revenue is not going to change for the inventory method. So we can put that in each one of these for that. Then it's going to be less what in order to get our gross revenue? Well, it's cost of goods sold. And that means we're going to have our gross profit, our gross profit after we subtract out cost of goods sold. But in order to do that, we have to figure out what was our cost of goods sold under each one of these methods. So we're going to go ahead and close that one real quick, and let's look at our moving average here. So one of the interesting things that this problem does is it gives us the sale, it gives us the total cost of that sale. So that's at the moving average. So all we have to do on this problem is take that total cost. So for moving average, we have 1324125 for the first sale and 734,400 for the second sale. And if we add that together, that should give us our total cost of goods sold. So that's 2,058,525. 525. And then if we just take our revenues minus our cost of goods sold, that should give us our gross profit, 1,072,975. So that's under the moving average or perpetual inventory method there. Here's a perpetual record for FIFO. So we're going to just go ahead and move this over here so we have room to see my Excel sheet. So I'm going to, okay, I'm going to go ahead and actually duplicate this a couple times. So this is going to be FIFO, just in case we need this information again. Moving average, and this is going to be LIFO now, but we're going to need to replace these. Okay, so what was our cost on the first sale? It shows us. So we had 11,000 at $22, 28,000 at $25, and 14,500 at $26. So our first cost of goods sold for that sale was 1,319,000. And then the second sale, same deal, gives us a total cost of goods sold of 703,200. This means that our cost of goods sold is $2,022,200, and our gross profit was 1,109,300. So 2,022,200, and it was 1,109,300. 1,109,300. Okay, now we just have LIFO. So for LIFO, we need to replace these as well. It gives us the numbers 1,335,800 and 774,400. So this means our cost of goods sold was 2,110,200, 2,110,200, and our gross profit is 1,021,300. And that should be the first part of this problem. Okay, now the problem asks us for balance sheet, what is our year-end inventory values? Okay, so if we look here, That's cumulative cost, right? Wow, that's cumulative value. It's not just cost. Cumulative value at cost should be it. So it should be 2,148,075. And the reason why I see that is because if we look at these, okay, so the total cost of this purchase 242, or beginning inventory 242. Then we add the 700 to 942. We add the 486,200 gets us to 1,428,200. Then when we see this one, we sold a bunch of inventory. That's what's left, 104,075. So this should be our actual inventory on hand. So it should be 2,148,075. Let's look at FIFO. Inventory balance right here, 2,184,400. And under LIFO we have 2,096,400. All right. Now the problem asks us, assume that the company reported current assets without inventory of $2,920,000 at the beginning of the year and $2,400,000 at the end of the year. Also assume that it reports current liabilities of $2,450,000 and $2,460,000 at the beginning and end of the year, respectively. Compute the current ratio and inventory turnover ratio under each of the inventory valuation methods. The inventory turnover ratio is only required for the end of the period. First, identify the appropriate formula, then calculate Philip Malone's current ratio under each of the inventory valuation methods for the beginning period. So the current ratio is total current assets divided by total current liabilities. Okay, we're going to go ahead and use our Excel sheet here. So our current assets was, without inventory, was 2,920,000 and 2,400,000. That's beginning and end of the year, right? Our beginning inventory under moving average, I'm going to move this out of the way real quick. Our beginning inventory under moving average was $242,000. I'm putting that in the Excel sheet. You can't see it yet, but I'm going to move it back over there. And our ending inventory, well, that's right here, is $2,148,075. 2,148,075. Okay. So this should give us our beginning and ending total current assets. So if we add these together and divide by 2, let's go ahead and get some parentheses going on here so we get the order of operations correct. Add those together, divide by 2, that's average inventory, or average current assets. And then, let's see here. Except for we don't need average, do we? Not yet. That's for our other current liabilities. So if we take our ending current assets divided by our ending current liabilities, 2460000, we should get 1.85. Now, all we need to do is change these numbers for FIFO and LIFO. So this is moving average. Let's go ahead and copy this again. Let's say FIFO and LIFO. Okay. So under FIFO, let's do this. Boom. Okay. Our beginning inventory was 242. Oops. Our ending inventory is all we need. I'm sorry. Our ending inventory was 2,184,400. And then under LIFO, our ending inventory was 2,096,400. 2,096,400. I should label these. These are current assets. That doesn't include inventory. That way I know what I'm looking at here. Okay. So we should have then 1.86 under FIFO and 1.83 under LIFO. Oh, it wants 3 decimal places. Let's go like this. Sorry, I should have read that to 3 decimal places. 1.849, 1.68, 1.864, and 1.828. Let's check that answer. Something is still wrong. Okay. Let's take a look here. What did we miss? Current assets without inventory of at the beginning and end of the year. Okay, so that's the end of the year current assets. Assume that it reports current liabilities of $2460000. That's what we divided by in each one of these. Okay. It should be at the end of the year, right? It doesn't say it's at the beginning of the year. Now I'm curious. We don't need any averages. That would be for the inventory turnover ratio. Maybe, oh, so maybe it is looking for at the beginning. Let's do this one. Okay, so that would be this divided by current liabilities at the beginning of the year were $2,450,000. I'm going to put that there, and I need to give it 3 decimals. So yeah, the thing is that each one of those has the same value at the beginning of the year, so those would all be the same. Well, let's try it anyway. Okay, so it was looking for beginning of the year. That's silly. Okay. Now we already have the end of the year lined up here. So 1.849, 1.864, and 1.828. There we go. Now we need inventory turnover ratio, and this one says only the end of the year. So our inventory turnover is going to be cost of goods sold divided by average inventory. That should be correct. Yep. Okay. So our average inventory, well, inventory beginning of the year and end of the year. So if we just, let's get parentheses. We're going to add those together and divide by 2. This is average inventory. And I can copy that formula down. It will do that for each one of those. Okay, so that gives us our average inventory. Now we already had cost of goods sold for each one. It's up above, but we can also see it here. I think that's a little bit easier. So if we go cost of goods sold divided by that number, we should be okay. Or actually, let's go ahead and reference our cost of goods sold. I believe it's, yeah, it's going to be that one. Okay, so we're going to go cost of goods sold divided by our average inventory. 1.72, it's probably going to want 3 decimal places. So cost of goods sold for FIFO is there, divided by average inventory. Wrong one, sorry, 3 decimals. And then one more time. Cost of goods sold for LIFO is going to be there, divided by average inventory, and one more decimal place. Okay, so we have 1.723, 1.667, and 1.805. Awesome. All right. So we finished up that question. So I'm going to try to do a few more of these videos to help you guys out with some of the homework problems. I'm going to try not to duplicate the same concepts in the videos. Let me know what you think and have a good day.